All right, let's talk about it. If you're dreaming of becoming a Montessori guide, you know there's one huge question that looms over everything: the money. So in this explainer, we're going to break down the real cost of certification and, more importantly, show you how to actually make it happen.
You've got that passion, right? You see how incredible this philosophy is for children, and you're ready to make that your life's work. It's a really powerful calling.
You've probably spent hours researching the philosophy, you've pictured your dream classroom, but then, bam, you hit that one, that really practical and honestly kind of scary hurdle that's standing in your way.
Yeah, that's the big one. It's the number one question we hear, and it can feel like this massive wall. But I'm telling you, it's a wall you can absolutely get over, with the right info and a solid game plan.
So we're going to pull back the curtain on all the costs and map out a super clear path for you. That way, you can stop worrying about the how and start focusing on what really matters: your future as an amazing guide.
First things first, we've got to shift our thinking here. This isn't just another expense on a spreadsheet. No, this is a life-changing investment. An investment in yourself, your career, and your future.
And you know what? Ben Franklin totally nailed it. This training doesn't just hand you a piece of paper. It gives you skills, a deep philosophy, and a career path that's going to pay you back, both in fulfillment and financially, for decades.
So, let's talk numbers. What's the bottom line? Well, a really comprehensive online Montessori certification is typically going to fall somewhere between $5,000 and $15,000. Now, I know that's a big range, and where you land in that range really depends on a few key things.
So when you see that price tag, what are you actually paying for? Because it's so much more than just a bunch of video lectures. It's really a whole ecosystem that's built to help you succeed.
This chart right here really tells the story. Look at that. The biggest piece of the pie, almost half of it, goes straight to instruction and one-on-one mentorship from veteran Montessorians. That's priceless guidance you just can't get from a book. The rest covers all your digital materials, the official certification and exam fees, and all the tech support you need along the way.
Now, that price isn't set in stone. It can wiggle up or down based on a few key things. For instance, an elementary-level certification is usually way more intensive, so it costs more than one for infants and toddlers. The school's accreditation and reputation also play a big role. And you'll want to check if they ship you physical materials or if there are any in-person workshops. Knowing this stuff helps you compare apples to apples when you're looking at different programs.
Okay, so we've got a handle on the costs. Let's get down to brass tacks. How do you actually get ready for this financially? Well, it all starts with a plan.
And listen, this isn't about being restrictive or penny pinching. It's about empowerment. Making a budget gives you control. It takes this big, kind of scary number and breaks it down into small, totally manageable steps.
And it really comes down to these 3 simple steps. First, just take an honest look at your finances. Know what's coming in, what's going out. Second, create a savings plan. Decide what you can realistically put away each month. And here's the key: automate it. Set up an automatic transfer. And finally, set your timeline. Saying, I want to enroll in 18 months makes it a concrete goal, not just some fuzzy someday dream.
And now we get to the best part. You do not have to save every single penny all by yourself. There are some fantastic resources out there just waiting to help you fund your education.
I really want this to sink in. So many people think financial aid is just for a 4-year university, but that is absolutely not true. Let's check out some of the most common ways to get help with your Montessori training.
These are what I call the big 4 you need to look into. Scholarships and grants should be your top priority, because that's free money you don't have to pay back. Start searching at places like the American Montessori Society or AMI. And then, payment plans and work-study options are also total game changers.
Okay, so what's the difference here? This is super important. Scholarships are usually merit-based. They're tied to your past achievements or maybe a really good essay. Grants, on the other hand, are typically need-based, meaning they're based on your financial situation. You've got to research both, because you never know what you might be a perfect candidate for. And please do not sleep on this option. Pretty much every single training center offers some kind of payment plan. This breaks down that big tuition number into way more manageable monthly payments. It lets you pay as you learn without having to come up with a huge chunk of cash all at once.
All right, let's bring it all home. Becoming a certified Montessori guide is 100% within your reach. It really is. You just need a clear financial strategy to get there.
So if you remember anything from this, let it be these 3 things. Number 1, think of this as an investment in you. Number 2, a budget is your roadmap to success. And number 3, be a detective.
Go out and proactively hunt for that financial aid. It's there for a reason. So, what's next? What's your very first move? Are you going to spend just 30 minutes tonight looking at your finances? Or maybe just research one scholarship? Or how about this? Just email one training center and ask about their payment plans. This whole huge journey really does start with one